Here's how to make metal legs for a coffee table. In a previous video, I made this mahogany coffee table with wooden legs. The wooden legs were okay, but I decided to upgrade them to steel legs. I removed the old legs and set them aside. I cut a piece of scrap wood to the exact width of the table. I used this piece of wood to mark and cut two pieces for the tops of the legs. I'm using 1/2 inch by 1.5 inch steel for all the pieces of the legs. I used a cutoff piece to transfer its exact width onto each end of the top pieces. I then notched out an inset for the side of the legs to fit into. Now that the top pieces were done, I cut 4 pieces to 16 inches for the sides of the legs. I cut a piece of scrap wood at 81 degrees and used it to lay out the 3 completed pieces of the leg in order to get the measurement for the bottom. This ended up being 13.25 inches. Just as I'd done for the top pieces of the legs, I notched out insets in the bottom pieces as well. At the drill press, I drilled pilot holes where I'll later attach the legs to the table. I used a step bit to enlarge the holes enough to fit a washer up through the bottom, but not out the other side. Attaching the legs to the table this way will allow for small movements in the wood as it expands and contracts with humidity over time. With all the pieces cut and drilled, I used some magnets and my 81 degree piece of scrap wood to lay out each leg and tack everything in place. After I finished all the welds, I used a 40 grit flap wheel in my angle grinder to smooth everything out. To get into tight corners, I like to switch to an 1/8 inch cutting disc. I cut another piece of scrap wood to the length of the table minus 3 inches and used that to mark the length of a cross brace to attach the 2 legs. After tacking the cross brace in place, I finished the welds and ground them smooth so the table could sit flush against the steel base. After painting the legs with a black satin paint, I slid the base onto the bottom of the tabletop. I pre-drilled pilot holes into each attachment point, then drove in 5/8 inch wood screws through washers to attach the table and the base. Thanks for watching, guys. Give me a favor and hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. And if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.